print-on-demand sales are about to explode. It's Q4, Christmas is right around the corner, and the holiday season is where many print-on-demand sellers see large income spikes in their businesses. What you might not realize is that many of those holiday sales are happening right now. According to Printify's 2025 holiday guide, nearly half of shoppers start buying gifts before November, a trend that's held steady over the past decade. And if that's not enough, check this out. Using Everbee, we can see that there are already over 15,000 monthly searches for the term Christmas just on Etsy. This is why it's so important that you're prepared if you want to maximize sales and profit from this massive spike in demand. So in this video, I'm going to reveal top selling giftable print-on-demand products that are going to dominate this holiday season, and we'll look at search and sales data using Everbee to identify best-selling designs that you can use as inspiration to make more sales and grow your brand. Also, be sure to watch until the end for a bonus tip. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Adrian, a self-employed entrepreneur who's generated multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands, and I help people make money online with Shopify and print on demand. My goal is to create the most positive and supportive community of print on demand sellers here on YouTube. So if that's you, join us by subscribing and interacting in the comments. The first top selling print on demand product that we're going to discuss is blankets. They're perfect for the colder months, they have a high perceived value, and they're super giftable. In fact, this woven blanket was listed as the top pick in Printify's 2025 holiday picks collection when sorted by popularity. To see which kind of blankets are selling, I hopped into Etsy, which is one of my favorite places for research. And here we can see that there's currently over 7,700 monthly searches for the term blankets. When I run that search filtered by bestseller, we can see a number of top selling blankets. Notice that many of the top results are related to a specific niche or special occasion. Here we've got this hilarious and sort of creepy woven blanket in the cat niche. We've got this blanket here in the book lover niche. Here we've got a blanket for the dog lover niche. Here's one for the volleyball niche. And here's another woven blanket for the book lover niche. Many of those top sellers are the velveteen plush blanket, the Sherpa fleece blanket, and the woven blanket, all of which are strong sellers in Printify's catalog. But remember that I just searched the broad term blanket. You can get much more specific by searching for a niche, a holiday like Christmas, or a particular style. So let's go ahead and search for woven blankets. When I run that search filtered by bestseller, we can see a number of popular now and best-selling woven blankets for a bunch of niches and design trends. Here we've got this skeleton lovers woven blanket. We've got Halloween. There's that creepy cat again with this sort of human face. We've got the grandma niche, the family niche. Here's a retro ghost lovers blanket. And then here we've got a book lover blanket. To see which of these are selling best and to view the sales data, I'm going to use Everbee's product analytics tool. Everbee is one of my favorite product research tools because it allows you to quickly find winning products and see what's trending with real sales data. Side note, you can try Everbee for free by clicking the link below this video or get a special offer on the growth plan, which is what I'm on. I sorted by estimated monthly sales and check out some of these sales numbers. This custom pet blanket is estimated to have made 173 sales and $3,800 in revenue in the last month. This National Parks inspired blanket is estimated to have made 95 sales and $8,600 in revenue in the last month. We can see the growth rate has dropped by 50%, but it's still making strong sales. This vintage book lover blanket is estimated to have made 92 sales and $2,500 in revenue, and it's only 7 months old. Here's another book lover blanket that's estimated to have made 78 sales, $6,600 in revenue, and it's only 8 months old. And then this weird medieval cat blanket is estimated to have made 73 sales, over $10,000 in revenue in the last month, and it's only 5 months old. It shows a 100% decline in growth rate, but still has a super high revenue number. So let's dig deeper on this one. I'm just going to start by opening the Etsy listing. Here we can see that 2 people bought this in the last 24 hours. And when I analyze the listing using Everbee, we can see a bunch of sales data here, but I actually want to go down to this trends graph, which is going to show me how sales have trended over time. I always like to look at the all-time view for any listing older than a month. Here we can see that this blanket is estimated to have made 216 sales and over $31,000 in revenue with a 7,300% growth rate. So we can see that sales have actually trended very strongly over time and hit a new peak quite recently. Notice for this particular blanket, how many niches and trends they're stacking here. We've got the cat niche. We've got the medieval castlecore design trend. We've got the witchy vintage bookish niche, which you're targeting in their title. And they stacked all of those trends with this super trendy woven blanket. This is kind of crazy too. They're selling the smallest of the 3 sizes for $75, meaning they're likely making a very solid profit per sale. And we can figure this out because they're likely using Printify to fulfill this blanket. Here we can see that the cost of fulfillment is $28 or $21 with Printify Premium, which they're likely using with that volume of sales. So let's say that they paid $21 to have this fulfilled and sell it for $75. That's over $50 in profit per blanket. Of course, that's before fees, any advertising costs, and any other expenses, but really impressive profit per item sold. Another top selling product for the holidays is candles. They're low cost, have broad appeal, and are super giftable for pretty much anyone. And check this out. According to this recent Printful video, about 45% of annual candle sales happen in Q4. And if you're wondering who buys these candles, Printful reveals that it's mostly women. About 90 to 95% of buyers, especially those aged 25 to 44. Back in Etsy, let's research what types of candles are selling. Here we can see that there's currently 4,300 monthly searches for the term candles, signaling strong demand. But I'm actually going to go ahead and run a search for the term candle gift, which as we can see here has 4,100 monthly searches. When I run that search filtered by bestseller, here we can see a number of top selling candles. And there's a particular trend amongst some of these candle designs that I want to see if you catch in the top 3. This first one is for teachers or nannies and it says, smells like it takes a village. The next one is for new homeowners, says, smells like I own this place. And this next one is for the recently engaged niche. It says, smells like Ethan hit the jackpot. Notice that all 3 of these designs start with smells like, which is a pretty common trend for a lot of the best sellers. Let's see what other niches we have here. We've got the friendship niche here. We've got the nurse niche. We've got the accountant niche, and here we have the author niche. Let's take a look at the sales data to see which of these are selling the best. Check this out. That candle for those recently engaged is estimated to have made 731 sales and $4,100 in revenue in the last month with a 867% growth rate. And here we can see that the listing age is 15 months old, so maybe a lot of people are getting engaged right now. This smells like it takes a village candle is estimated to have made 222 sales and $3,300 in revenue in the last month. But here we can see that the growth rate is down 75%. And this birthday candle here is estimated to have made 198 sales and $4,100 in revenue in the last month with a 25% growth rate. Let's go ahead and analyze this top seller in the engagement niche just because it has such a high growth rate. And check this out, 55 people bought this in the last 24 hours. You might have noticed that the price is extremely low, $4.20, but that's because this is for the mini try me size. If you look at the standard size, the 7-ounce jar, that's actually $18. And a good way to see which of these candle sizes is selling is to actually go down to the customer review photo. So here we see one of the small ones, but here we see a larger one. This looks like another larger one. And then here it looks like a bunch of other standard size candles. Out of curiosity, I want to see how this is sold over time. So I'm just going to analyze the listing here and I'm going to go to the trends graph and sort by all time. Whoa, that is crazy. This listing is 15 months old and it looks like the sales only started taking off in about August and really started kicking up in the following months. Whenever I see sales spikes this extreme, I expect that they're probably running ads. And if you are looking for a similar candle style to sell, you might want to check out this trending scented soy candle, which costs $11.27 US or $8.89 if you have Printify Premium. By the way, if you're not yet using Printify, you can try it for free by clicking the link below and get 30 days of free premium membership with code Adrian30, which gives you a discount of up to 20% on most products in Printify's catalog. The next top selling holiday product is mugs, which are both practical and super giftable for pretty much any niche. Back in Etsy, I searched the term mug gift, which currently has 3,400 monthly searches. I ran that search and filtered it by bestseller so that we can see what's selling right now. Here we can see this popular now daily reminders mug for the mental health niche. We can see this best-selling birth flower mug here. We can see this best-selling mug here for book lovers. Here's another one for book lovers. Here's another funny one for Christians. And we've got another popular now niche here for smut readers. Let's view the sales data to see which of these are selling best. Check this out. That mental health mug is estimated to have made over 500 sales and over $18,000 in revenue in the last 30 days. We can see the growth rate has declined by 13%, but check this out. Over time, it's sold over 5,700 times. This long distance friendship mug is estimated to have sold 195 times and generated $6,500 in revenue in the last month. Even with a 40% drop in growth rate, that's still really strong sales numbers, and it's only 5 months old. And check this out. This engraved glass coffee mug is estimated to have sold 159 times and made $3,100 in revenue in the last month. It has a 1,700% growth rate and it's only 2 months old. By the way, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually sell engraved glass coffee mugs through Printify. This engraved glass coffee mug from the Printify catalog looks like the exact same mug as that bestseller, which costs $14.14 US to have fulfilled by Printify or $10.40 with Printify Premium. But let's analyze this mental health mug, which has made a lot of sales in the 32 months that it's been listed. Here we can see that 10 people have bought this in the last 24 hours. Let's go ahead and analyze the listing. Here's the sales data, but let's go ahead and look at the trends graph, and I'm just going to go to the all-time view. Check that out. It's estimated to have made 5,600 sales and over $215,000 in revenue with a growth rate over 50,000%. And check this out. When we look at the historic sales of this mug, we can see that they really just started taking off in November of last year, and they've remained high ever since. This is likely a result of running ads, which can make a lot of sense for winning designs like this. The next top selling holiday product, which will probably come as no surprise, is sweatshirts. According to this recent Printify blog article, clothing was the most popular gift category in 2024, and I expect that to be the case in 2025. Back in Etsy, I searched the term sweatshirt, which currently has 8,600 monthly searches, signaling very strong demand. I ran that search filter by bestseller, and here we can see what's selling right now. As you can see, most of them are fall inspired since I'm recording this in October. Instead, I'm just going to run a search for the term sweatshirt gift Christmas. Here we can see a bunch of popular now and best-selling sweatshirts. We've got the super popular multi-pattern text cozy season design here. We've got the trendy postage stamps design here. And this is hilarious. We actually have a retro ghost Christmas design, and it's a bestseller. Here we can also see a number of Christian-inspired designs. Let's go ahead and view the sales data to see which of these are selling best. Here we can see that the cozy season sweatshirt is estimated to have made 537 sales and $9,300 in revenue in the last month. This mama sweatshirt with the printed sleeve is estimated to have made 166 sales and $4,300 in revenue in the last month. It has a 100% drop in growth rate, but it still has strong sales numbers, especially for a sweatshirt that's 22 months old. This teacher sweatshirt with floral pattern text is estimated to have made 125 sales and $3,600 in revenue in the last month with a 67% growth rate, and it's only 8 months old. Here we have a grandma sweatshirt, another one with the sleeve print that's estimated to have made 71 sales and $2,600 in revenue in the last month. By the way, sleeve prints are really trendy, and I think a lot of people don't realize that you can actually sell these with Printify. This is Printify's best-selling sweatshirt, the Gildan 18,000. And when I go down here under the print areas, we can see here that you can print on the left sleeve or the right sleeve. There are a lot of best-selling sleeve print sweatshirts, and there's a lot less competition for them versus just a normal sweatshirt. So you might want to try testing that out in your shop. Let's go ahead and analyze this cozy season sweatshirt. Here we can see that 5 people bought it in the last 24 hours. And because this is 14 months old, we're going to be able to get some good historical sales data. So I'm just going to jump to the trends graph and go to all time. And this is super interesting. In the 14 months that this listing has been live, it's estimated to have made 2,100 sales and almost $37,000 in revenue with a 53,000% growth rate. But check out this massive dip in sales. We can see that sales really started taking off last year in about August, September. It peaked in September, and then they dropped month over month before kind of hitting rock bottom around January, February. And then we can see that they really started picking up again in July, August, and we're pretty much back to peak sales in September. I love this trends graph because it allows us to see historical sales trends, and then we can make predictions about how a product will perform throughout different times of the year. This is obviously a very fall and winter inspired design, so it makes sense that the sales plummeted here early in the new year and then picked up again in the lead up to fall. And that is the perfect segue into this video's bonus tip. Instead of focusing only on holiday themed designs this Christmas, I recommend focusing more heavily on evergreen designs in your specific niche. That's because many people will be receiving the gift on Christmas, and not many people want to wear Christmas designs after the holiday. While Christmas designs sell well in the lead up to Christmas, evergreen designs sell better year round. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more print-on-demand strategy videos like this, comment the word POD below so I know to keep them coming. As always, I've included a bunch of free resources which you can find linked below, including my free 60-minute on-demand training where I reveal the exact strategy that I use to generate multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands with Shopify and print-on-demand.